So let's start with a body scan. And then we'll do some recitations. We'll set a little motivation, and then we'll do some breathing meditation, and then a guided meditation. So first is posture. And so we keep our back straight, using our spine and our sit bones to be the base for this way that we sit. Sometimes raising up the breastbone helps to keep the shoulders back and the posture in a good place. So whether you're in a chair or on a cushion, you can put your hands in your lap, the right hand over the left, with the thumbs touching and up against the belly. Shoulders are straight. Head is bowed slightly with the eyes lowered or closed, whichever you prefer. If you can breathe through the nose, that's the best. And if you do that, then the lips are closed and the tongue is resting on the hard palate on the top of the mouth where it usually goes. So now we'll just do a quick body scan. So we'll start with the feet and the legs. So just notice if there's any tension or tightness. If there is, just breathe through that area. Let the muscles just relax. Just feel like you've arrived now and there's nothing else to do but to get comfortable and stay in your seated place for some time. Pay attention now to the low back. Breathe through that area. Just let those muscles all relax. Same with the mid-back. Now let's bring our attention around to the front, to the belly. Often there's a lot of tension in the belly, so just let everything just relax. Nothing to hold on to. When we breathe in, the belly goes out a bit. When we breathe out, the belly goes in a bit. If we breathe that way, then we're using the full capacity of our lungs and helping to balance the body. Now let's pay attention to the shoulders. Lots of tension there often. So you can gently raise the shoulders to your ears and then just let them drop. Do that a couple times. And that allows the tension to release. And put your awareness to the back of the neck. We lower the head a little bit, we can feel those muscles stretch just a little bit. And we bring our awareness to the skull, all the little muscles on the head. Let everything just relax. And the forehead, making it very wide and open. Let the eyes in the sockets just relax, no tension. Let the jaw muscles release, relax. So now that we've prepared the body, we'll prepare the mind by focusing on our breathing. You can put your attention at the belly as the breath moves in and out, or you can put your attention right at the upper lip where the air moves in and out the nostrils. Either place is fine. Pick one and just keep there. And so we use mindfulness to pay attention to keeping our mind on the breath so that we don't forget our object of meditation. And then we use introspective awareness, which is kind of the spy in the mind that alerts us when our mind has gotten off the breath and we're thinking or listening to a noise or, doing something else. And so then just bring it right back to the breath again. And so let's do that just for a few minutes, just to settle in. So by way of a little motivation, these have been very challenging times in the last really 2 years, actually. So it's very helpful to remember that every living being, without exception, is living from a place of just wanting happiness and not wanting to suffer. We are all the same in this way. And if we remember that, then on that basis, we can really develop equanimity. And then can connect with one another with compassion. Because we're all the same in that wish. And of course, there's many people that are quite confused and do things that are really not helpful to themselves or others. But when I think of my own life, I have done things that were not skillful or helpful to myself or others. And so we're all really more the same than different. And relating to others in this way, then, is a step on the path to developing bodhicitta, this very vast wish to become a Buddha in order to benefit all living beings. And so again, let's just focus on the breath just a little bit to stabilize the mind, and then I'll lead us through an analytic meditation. So Venerable Chodron will be teaching from the book An Open-Hearted Life. And she's on chapter 48. And that's in the part of the book called Compassion and Connection. And this chapter talks about helping ourselves work with emotions like anger and fear that can interfere with our ability to communicate effectively and kindly with others. I don't know about you, but that's a very challenging situation when I'm reacting and with fear or anger to manage my mind and not be harmful in my speech or action. And so this chapter talks about managing our own emotions first before we interact with others, which is the best way to not be harmful. So let's investigate that a little bit. So first, what is your habitual reaction when anger or fear arises in your mind? Just think back. Then how does your body respond to anger or fear? Try to be specific. Now let's take a specific example from our experience, something recent. The time when you felt stressed due to anger or fear. Bring the situation to mind. Allow yourself to feel the stress a bit. Get in touch with your body. Often we can feel the adrenaline. We see that our breath becomes shallow, faster than normal. Now take a slow, deep breath all the way down to your belly. Let the muscles relax. Then follow that with slow, gentle breathing. Now check in with your body again. Is your breathing different now, depending on how you tapped into feeling stressed in the recent past? Is there still tension in the body? Is the mind still going over the story? Or did the mind slow down a bit with the breathing? So when we get reactive, if we can remember to anchor ourselves with our breath, we can slow our reactivity down, be able to use our mind. And of course, we can also use our mind to change the situation in terms of how we're reacting. So one way is to think about how you might counsel a friend or a loved one who is going through the same thing. What validation or advice or encouragement would you offer to her or him? Now offer that to yourself with a gentle voice. Now bring to mind again the example that you have been working with, where you reacted with anger or fear. Now see if you can adopt a compassionate perspective when examining the situation. So when we have a calm, secure center, a relaxed alertness, compassion and patience, we practice those, then we can respond to challenging situations with acceptance and exploration, staying connected to the other person, making wise choices in how we respond.